beautiful morning to be out here in the woods. It is approximately 10 in the morning, Tuesday, April 16th, 2019, and you are hanging out with Suburban Hiker on day 23 of my 500-mile walk. We are beginning mile number 68 of 500. We have 432 more miles to go. I have an open schedule, no appointments. I have a backpack with the necessities, and I have an idea for big miles. Mile number 1, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, mile number 5, 6 miles, mile number 7, 8 miles, mile number 9, mile number 10.
Total distance 11 miles. Total time 4 hours 37 minutes and 33 seconds. Split pace 19 minutes 48 seconds per mile.
There you go. 11 miles. Mile number 11 for today. A quick look at the trail map for Potato Creek State Park. Here's the entrance. I came in. I'm parked right here. I want to walk this 1 mile loop, and then the plan is to come down the street. I'm going to catch this bike trail here. I'm going to take it around, all the way around. Catch a trail over here. Then I want to jump on trail 1. I want to go all the way around the lake today. I'm going to bring it to this point. I can follow trails. And then from here, I have to get it, and I have to do a road walk all the way back around to there. I may add on these outer edges. I'm going to see. The map of my walk app shows 0 distance, 0 duration. Let's start this workout. Before we get too far along in this walk, I would like to quickly ask you to subscribe to my channel, to ring the bell to get notifications, leave some comments, some questions, some ideas, some suggestions. I'm going to ask you to share this video. More importantly, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. All right, we're gonna get on the trails. I'm gonna flip this around. Here's the trail we're at. This cool little footbridge. We're getting let me see if I can zoom in on that. Little footbridge over there. We're heading that direction, I'm sure. And away we go. Oh, what a cool little footbridge. Takes us over this little ravine here. I love this kind of stuff. I love old wooden walkways. I hear some dogs going crazy off in the distance. Barring a sudden change in the weather or any other unforeseen event, bear attack, herd a cobra, I'm gonna go for big miles. Park ranger said my plan is about 20 miles, but I think that she may have misunderstood my plan. We'll see. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for some big miles. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very well. Healthy, back's good. Some good night rest last night, about 4.5 hours. I had a backpack full of snacks. I'm already hungry, but I'll survive for quite a while. We'll go over the contents of my backpack later in the trip. The path thus far has been largely been crushed gravel. I'm going down a nice little decline of about At 45 foot. It's not so bad. I'm almost at the bottom here. I'll spin around and show it to you. We're coming to another little wooden walkway. Let me spin around. That's the little incline. It was not so bad. All right. Here's part of Worcester Lake. Just came out of the woods on that little mile loop, and now I'm heading to the roadway to take that to the bike trail. It's a short little jaunt.
Distance 1 mile. Total time 23 minutes and 25 seconds. Split pace 23 minutes 22 seconds per mile.
There you go. 1 mile down. Mile number 1. How cool. That is the end of mile number 68. One thing I did do because of the uncertainty of today's path, I ended up drawing a line in red pen around the intended trail. That way, later in the day when I get tired, hungry, and I'm not thinking entirely clearly, I can always refer to what my original plan was. So it turns out those dogs that we heard earlier in the video, police dogs, they were doing training over here in one of the parking lots. So that was cool. Glad to know I wasn't being hounded by a pack of wild dogs. You know, one of the things I mentioned about feeling good today, made me think of something. For a good majority of my life, the last 35 years, I have dealt with stomach pain. And never could figure it out. It wasn't absolutely crippling, but it was. So there were times where I couldn't stand up straight, and it was just horrible feeling. It was an intestinal bloating more than anything. Oh boy, you hear all these frogs? Got a little marshy area right here. They're getting quiet now that they hear me talking more. Anyways, you know, the doctors, I think I went to the doctor, I was 15 the first time I went to find out about it, and they couldn't find anything. They didn't know what it was. And every time I had gone to the doctor, I'd bring it up, and you know, I just dealt with it. It wasn't anything that anybody knew was wrong. I finally figured out what it was, and after 35 years of living with it, and it was daily, or almost daily. I mean, there would be a couple days where I would get a break from it. For the longest time, I thought it was my sugar intake. I thought it might have been food. The doctors are trying to tell me to give up caffeine, give up red meat, give up just their standard list of things that you should give up when they don't know what's wrong. I finally discovered what it was when I swore off ibuprofen. That's right, it was the ibuprofen causing me stomach trouble for 35 years because I took a lot of ibuprofen pretty much every day. All the aches and pains. Since I was 15, I've had aches and pains. Again, I've mentioned in quite a few of these videos, I tend to overdo it. I've created my own aches and pains, to be sure. But I would take ibuprofen for breakfast, 4 or 5 pills at a time. It helped. Seemed to help. You know, I always knew that, you know, ibuprofen and aspirins, things of that nature, they say take with food. But it never bothered me. Or at least so I thought. You know, I'd take it and I'd feel fine. My stomach never bothered me. And then, well, it never occurred to me that it would bother me later that night. I figured it would be within an hour or so. But later that night, the next day, 35 years, I put up with that crap. And when I decided to stop taking so much ibuprofen, I also noticed that the stomach aches and pains stopped happening. And I also noticed that I didn't need the ibuprofen so much. I almost never take it now. And I feel better than I did when I was taking it all the time. I'm not entirely sure that's a coincidence. I just know that I'm glad to be free of that stomach pain. 35 years is a long time. Cruising alongside a little wetland area. There's some geese and duck out there. Closing in on mile number 2 for today. We're real close.
Total distance 2 miles. Total time 41 minutes and 13 seconds. Split pace 17 minutes 50 seconds per mile.
There you go. 2 miles. 2 miles done for today. That's the end of mile number 69. I'm not even going to make a joke about that. You know, I'm just over 2.5 miles. Still in the same area of the bike path, which is a paved path, by the way. This bike path is. They have other bike paths and mountain biking trails that are not paved that are pretty awesome. A little breezy today.
Total distance 3 miles. Total time 59 minutes and 38 seconds. Split pace 18 minutes 20 seconds per mile.
There you go. 3 miles. 3 miles for today. That's the end of mile 70. 70 miles in. Today's what, day 23? I walked 70 miles in 23 days. Could have done better, but it's not a competition. Cool little view across the park there. Nice open area. Checking in right about the 3.5 mile mark. Still kicking it here on the bike path. Noticing how blue the sky is. Can you see that? Let me spin this around. Oh my goodness. It's so nice and blue. Little shot of the stream there. Can you see it down there? I don't know. It's down there.
Total distance 4 miles. Total time 1 hour 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Split pace 17 minutes 30 seconds per mile.
4 miles? 4 miles. Done for the day. 4 miles done. That was the end of mile 71. Woo! Moving right along. Still haven't taken a break yet. I know I'm only about a mile away from a picnic area. I'm gonna catch my breath there. Get a shot of coffee. Here we go. Oh, yes. Whew, sit down for a minute and make the magic happen. Right there. First break of the day. I think we're at 4.8 miles, about an hour and a half of walking. And it's time for some coffee. Oh man, look at that. That's what heaven looks like when you pour it into a cup. Cup full of heaven right there. What time is it? 11:35. We've been walking for an hour and 35 minutes, 36 minutes. Gone 4.81 miles. It's the first break of the day. Well deserved. My legs are just starting to get a little tired. I did a little bit of light jogging in that last mile and a half. I just felt like doing it a little bit, so I did a little bit of light jogging where it was easy. I'm trying to walk quickly where it's easy to walk quickly, downhill spots or flat sections of the trail. Just kind of doing what I feel like doing when I feel like doing it. I am trying to get some miles in today and get around the lake, and I don't want to get stuck halfway through and run out of time. Even though I'm not really on a time frame, I know I will slow down later in the day, so I'm trying to go quick while I can. So, which is fine. I still haven't seen anybody else, although I see 2 boats out on the lake, three boats out fishing. I'd have to yell pretty loud for them to hear me. They're pretty far away. I've only passed one person so far this morning. He was out walking a dog. I always like to see that. People out walking dogs, or dogs out walking their people. Whichever. I'm at the beach here right now. They have a family beach, and they also have a dog beach. We have brought our dog here to play on the beach. We've not come here swimming, although we did wade in with our dog and get wet. Let me take a quick look at the map, see what we've done so far. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to take my keys out of my pocket because they have been jingling for 4.5 miles. 4.8 miles, driving me nuts. I'm going to put those in my backpack so they don't jingle so much. Alright, I'm going to pick you guys up here and spin you around. Hopefully we can see this map. I don't know, it's in direct sunlight, so it might wash out with this camera. Let's see. I spun you around. I don't know if you can see this or not. We parked here. I walked that loop. And then we've walked all this way so far. Whoop. Did I lose you? We've walked all this way. Now we're here at the beach house concession. And that's not even quite 5 miles. I still want to go at least this route and back, which I would guess is going to be at least another 5 miles. But if I have time and energy, instead of doing that shorter loop, I would like to come out and possibly add those outer edges in. We'll see how I feel as I get closer to it. That's a very, very real possibility. I have a lot of time left and a lot of energy right now. Alright, let me set this back down. Whoa, don't get dizzy. Sorry if I made you motion sick there. That happens to me a lot. Even when I'm editing the videos, I get motion sick. So I'll scoot in real close to it and stare at it, see where I'm going to start and stop the video at. I'm not going to sit here too long. I don't want to get tired. Feeling good. Have energy. And I have coffee to drink. But I want to get those miles in. Man, if I could get 20 miles today, that would be cool. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I wanted to get extra miles because I've been slacking so much lately with the shorter 1 mile days and the 2 0 days that I took. I want to get back on schedule. I want to really get into bigger miles, and for the immediate future. Long-term goals are to actually hike the big trails in the country. I hope to do some of that stuff someday. There's a lot of financials that need to be figured out in order to be able to do that. For me, other people can pull it off, but I have certain responsibilities I've committed myself to in life, and well, those take precedence over my desire to hike. I don't really have much of a bucket list in life, because I kind of just do what I want to do when I want to do it, when I can. And I want to hike the Appalachian Trail and the CDT, the Continental Divide Trail, and the Pacific Crest Trail. You can Google all of those. Those are all 2,000-mile hikes. I want to try to through hike them, but I'm running out of time. I'm 50 years old. There's no telling how much time I have left, you know. I've already outlived both my parents, so I'm lucky in that regard, I suppose. I guess I'm lucky, I don't know. It hurts. They might be the lucky ones. But I hope to someday hike those trails. That's long term. Maybe next year. Maybe I can piece something together. With any luck at all, this YouTube channel will explode, and I can afford to go on those big hikes. So there you go. That's how you can help me. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Leave some comments, some ideas, and some suggestions as to how I can afford to take a 6-month hike. Oh boy. Alright, well, I'm going to pause this, and we'll get ready, get stuff back together, get back on the trail, finish this coffee up. It's not lunchtime, it's just a quick little breather. We'll be back. Okay, I have decided from the beach house, I can't even, man, I hope this is on camera. From the beach house, I'm going to cut up through here, and I have decided I'm going to take this route around and take the outer skirts. Once I get to this point, I'll decide whether I want to go this way or that way. I think I'll probably go this way. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. Going to take the outer skirt. We have left the beach area, coming into back on the hiking trails, closing in on mile 5 real quick.
Total distance 5 miles. Total time 1 hour 55 minutes and 56 seconds. Split pace 38 minutes 47 seconds per mile.
Pow! 5 miles for today. Mile number 5 in the books. That's the end of mile number 72. 72 miles. That's quite a nice little accomplishment. I'm not unhappy with that at all. Alright, back at it. Had to pause for a phone call. And I am almost at mile number 6.
Total distance 6 miles. Total time 2 hours 26 minutes and 17 seconds. Split pace 30 minutes 24 seconds per mile.
Kapow! 6 miles. Mile number 6 for the day. That's the end of mile number 73. I lost some time taking that break. And then of course I had to stop for a phone call. But now I'm back at it, back on the trail. At about 6.5 miles. A little bit of scenery. It's slightly crushed gravel. And quickly faded into a dirt path now. I like walking on the dirt paths as opposed to the crushed gravel or even the paved pathways. The footings. So much softer, less jarring on my delicate ankles, knees. Here's a little lookout. The top of Vargo Hill, elevation 885 feet. Basically, been walking uphill for the last mile. Getting a little winded, but it's all a part of the day's hike. Look at that. We're almost level with the tree line. Almost. I mean, it's not like we're standing on a mountain range. And 880 some odd feet isn't really that much, but it's still pretty cool. Oh, looks like we're getting to go downhill. Nice change of pace. Well, you definitely have to watch your footing here. It's fairly steep. You trip and fell, you might roll a little bit. Just came down the hill. Seems like we've leveled out. There's quite a little descent there.
Total distance 7 miles. Total time 2 hours 47 minutes and 43 seconds. Split pace 21 minutes 27 seconds per mile.
Kapow! 7 miles done for today. Mile number 7 is in the books, and that is also mile number 74. We have gone 74 miles on this 500-mile walk. So that leaves us with 426 more miles to go. And we're going up another incline. Look at this one. Whoa. It's a little steep for an old guy like me. Delicate old fella. All brittle and withered away. Whew. Starting to get a little tired. Like I said, that last mile was pretty much all uphill. Of course, this appears to be uphill as well. We'll make it. I don't know when I'll stop for another break. I'm starting to get pretty hungry. Haven't really eaten yet today. Been up since 4 this morning. I don't usually eat breakfast. I drink coffee all morning, and that tends to sustain me. It is 12:50 in the afternoon. I might see if I can't find a bench or something to take a break, catch my breath. I know we're coming up to a feature here in the park. Nice big set of stairs. Maybe I'll sit there and have a little lunch snack and some more coffee. And here we are on another descent. Lots of up and down on this section of the trail. I like it that way. It's much more challenging. A lot of fun. Get your heart beating. Get your breath pumping. Blood flowing. I actually had to do some yoga breathing. Catch my breath. Here we go. There. Now you seeing what I see. Pretty cool. You go down these steps a little bit. Man, it is nice and warm out too. I'm gonna check to see what the temperature is. 60 degrees out. How awesome is that? Let me switch this camera around here. Get down these steps without snapping my neck. All right. 60 degrees. And I'm sweating considerably. And I like it. I like it. Now here's a little bench area. I don't know what that's about. Whoa, there we are. Sorry about that. Little bench area behind me. I'm not sure what that little wall is for. I'm guessing so you can hide and look out. So it turns out this little wall is a nature observatory, and I am observing some things. See a nice frog here in the water. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't tell based on the monitor. Oh yeah, there he is. We have some turtles out here on a log. Let's see if I can find him in my viewfinder. Are you a turtle? I don't know. Looks like he might be. It's not focusing on it. Why would it? Let's see if I can zoom back out. There's another turtle over here. There's some baby turtles. This is really cool. Can't tell if this is focusing or not. There's a lot of turtles out here. There's a bunch of turtles right out there on this log. Look at those. Turtles all over out here. That's really cool. Huh. It's a pretty cool zoom. Alright, just a quick look at the map. We just came down Steamboat Hill. We were at Vargo Hill and then over to Steamboat Hill, and that's where the stairs were. We're at the Swamp Rose Nature Preserve. We're right in here. We don't really look like we have too much farther to go, really, from this point over to here, and then we have to come back out on the road. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to cruise on down the trail. I want to find someplace a little better for a snack break, because I am starting to get pretty hungry. Well, there we go. Yeah, let me turn you around. I am starting to get hungry. I'm definitely ready for more coffee, but it looks like we have plenty of time and not that much farther to go. I'm pretty sure the park ranger I spoke to when I started, I'm pretty sure she misunderstood what I was saying, or I misrepresented myself, but I think she thought I was going to try and walk every trail and loop in the park today, and that would have been probably 20 miles. I just wanted to walk around the lake. But given the fact that it's only 1 o'clock, and I guess we probably only have another 6 or 7 miles to go before I get back to the car, I will probably take a quick snack break at either the next big, good, shady bench, or if I see a decent sized rock, I can sit there and get some coffee, and we'll go through the contents of my backpack. We are coming out of that trail there, trail 2, and I have a park bench right here that should serve fantastically for a lunch spot. A quick look in the backpack of what we have. Today I have coffee. I have about 3 bottles of water. I haven't even had the water yet. I will definitely have some before we walk away. I have a hat and I have a sweatshirt in case it got cold or rained on. It didn't, so I haven't needed it. In this pouch, cheese cubes. Heck yeah. I go with cubes instead of slices because cubes don't stick together. Look, here's my nut sack. Sack of nuts. Cashews. You want to eat my nuts? Refer to video for day 14 if you want to understand that joke. I also have some pretzels, just in case. I don't think I'll need them. I just brought those snacks. There's not much of a need for big food. I didn't plan on being here that long. You know, I could go, whoa, there we go. I could go a long time without eating. I haven't eaten since I've been up at 4. It's 1 o'clock now. Just starting to get hungry where I feel like I should eat something. You know, and I won't even eat half of that. I won't feel like eating too much. I'll have some coffee, I'll have some water, and then we'll get some more miles. The backpack's nothing fancy. It's not high-tech hiking gear. It's just the standard high schooler's backpack. You know, because I'm just going to be out for a few hours. I don't need to gear up and carry a week's worth of supplies. You know, I just need to carry enough to get about 8 hours, 10 or 12, depending. You know, I wasn't sure how long I would be here. I'm still not sure. You know, I might knock out the rest of these few hours real quick and head to the house, or I might try and do some more trails. We'll see what time it is. I have not been making great time since the break at the beach. I'll explain that here in just a moment. Alright, well, like I just mentioned, I have not made great time since the break at the beach 3 miles ago. It's been a horrible time as far as mileage wise. A lot of it is because I had to keep stopping and checking the map. There are a whole lot of connecting trails on the section I just walked. Service roads, connecting trails, and other trails that crisscross with the trail path that I chose. So I had to keep checking the map to make sure I was staying on the right one, and that way I didn't start walking in circles. And then of course I kept stopping and looking at some cool things. Some of it I got on video, some of it I didn't. And then, you know, I had to take a break for a phone call. I did that for a few 10 minutes. Anytime you're walking uphill, you slow down as well. But I'm not here, you know, I'm not trying to run a race. I just want to get some good miles in today. And I think we're doing that. We're, well, we got about another quarter mile before we hit 8 miles for the day so far. And a rough estimation, looking at the map, I probably have another 6 miles to go to get back to the car. I'm not sure. It's just a very rough estimate. It depends on how much the path twists and turns. I know I'm getting ready to get into a straight shot. I can see that from here. I'll show it when we get up and go. It's one of the connecting trails that will lead me to another trail that'll skirt the Worcester Lake. Got some coffee. Cheers from my coffee and I to your coffee and you. Happy Tuesday. Oh wow. You know, since I've sat down, I've had like 3 cubes of cheese, and now I'm not even hungry. A little bit of coffee, a little bit of cheese. Now I'm going to eat some nuts. It's really quiet out here today. I passed 3 people since I left the beach house. A couple and one of the park employees. I did see someone on the mountain bike trail. I almost got sidetracked and ended up on that mountain bike trail, and that could have been a deal breaker there. I'm telling you, go watch day 14. That mountain bike trail is no joke. That's 7 miles of twisting and turning and ups and downs. It's great for hiking, but you don't want to hike it on accident. I'm trying to preserve some battery life on the camera. I'm doing pretty good. When I was here for the day 14 video, I ran out of battery. The video ends, and that's when the battery died. I didn't shut it off. I wasn't done talking. Of course, I'm never done talking, but the video ended because the battery died, not because I finished it. A lot of flies, little deer flies bugging me. They're not too bothersome, they just keep swarming me, but whatever. When I'm moving, they don't bug me too much, but now that I'm sitting still here, quite a few butterflies out here. Let me get some more coffee. I'm not going to sit here too long. I'm not going to take a big lunch. Just going to get some snacks and get back to hiking. Another part of the reason I've slowed down a little bit, I mean, obviously it's because after so many miles you start to get tired and you slow down naturally and you get wore down. But this is unfamiliar terrain that I just went over. I hadn't been on it. I wasn't sure exactly of where I was going, which is why I kept checking the trail map to make sure I was where I thought I should be. The area that we're getting ready to get into is an area I have hiked before, and it's pretty simple stuff. It's not an intense trail. It's more family oriented. Of course, I've walked all these trails with a granddaughter when she was like 6 or 7. The trails I just came off of we had been on before. So depending on your family, all these trails are family oriented. It's not like they're big mountain climbing or rock skipping out here. There's some strenuous parts, some up and down. But if you're out here with a 6-year-old, 8-year-old, yeah, they can make it. It's not that tough. Okay, another quick look at the map here, just to get oriented, let you know where we're at. We just came off of trail 2 right here. Sat right there on the corner, having our snack. This is where we're going now. We have this straight shot. I may take it all the way to this connecting trail and take this connecting trail across, because I just hiked this on day 12. I just hiked that area on day 12, so I might take this connecting trail, even though it's just a straight shot, and come up to here, which is the main road that we'll end up walking on to get back to the car. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I've never walked this connecting trail before. This is what our trail looks like. Straight shot. This is the connecting trail. Make a note that the forest floor is greening up. Get pretty green pretty quickly. It's almost summer. Pretty cool little stream. Spin around and get a look at that. You guys see that back there? Am I heading away?
Total distance 8 miles. Total time 3 hours and 36 minutes. Split pace 48 minutes 12 seconds per mile.
There you go. Mile number 8 for today. 8 miles. 8 miles in. That's the end of mile number 75. 75 miles in 23 days. That's pretty cool. This part of the park, here's where my connecting trail. We just came from this direction, and we're gonna go this direction. That area over there and that little corridor there, those are the horse trails. I talked to the park ranger about hiking those trails, and she said it is permitted, but you have to give right of way to the riders, and that she didn't really want to say it, but there's a bunch of horse crap on the trails, and because of the wetlands stuff that I was just talking about, the wetland preservation stuff, the trails are pretty mucky. A lot of mud and horse crap. And of course, you know, horse hooves, they turn up a lot of dirt, much more than human feet do. But she said you can hike them. And I think one of these days I probably will throw on a good pair of shoes or boots and hike them. Sounds like fun to me. Here we are.
Total distance 9 miles. Total time 3 hours 59 minutes and 7 seconds. Split pace 23 minutes 8 seconds per mile.
There you go. How cool is that? 9 miles for today. Mile number 9 is in the books for Tuesday, April whatever it was, 16, 2019. It's at mile number 76 out of 500. That's awesome. 424 miles to go. I am off the hiking trails and am on the main road, or at least one of the main roads through the park. So as I was coming out of the trails onto the main road here, I passed an elderly couple. I think I mentioned it in the video. I talked to them a little bit briefly as I was passing them. Very friendly. They live very nearby and come here frequently. Anyways, they just passed me and offered me a ride back to my car. I thought about taking it, but you know, whatever. I only got a couple more miles to go. Maybe 2. Could be 3, I'm not sure. Still walking on the roadway. Heading back to my car. Pretty much direct sunlight.
Total distance 10 miles. Total time 4 hours 17 minutes and 47 seconds. Split pace 18 minutes 40 seconds per mile.
There you go. 10 miles for the day. Mile number 10 is in the books, and that is 77 miles in the 500-mile walk. Whoa, here we are, closing in on mile number 11. I can see my car.
Total distance 11 miles. Total time 4 hours 37 minutes and 33 seconds. Split pace 19 minutes 48 seconds per mile.
There you go. 11 miles. Mile number 11 for today. Day 23 of the 500-mile walk. That is the end of mile number 78. We have walked 78 miles together. How awesome is that? I'm going across the parking lot to my vehicle, where I am going to get some coffee and see what's up. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Head back to the house, get busy on some video editing, chit chat with some friends on my social media outlets, see my dogs. I know they miss me when I'm gone. They go crazy when I get home. Anyways, 11 miles for today. Mile number 78 is in the books. That leaves us with 422 more miles to go. One more gentle reminder to subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell to get notifications. Like the videos if you indeed like them. Leave some comments, ask some questions. Give me your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions. And we can open up some dialogue. But more than anything, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you tomorrow. Suburban Hiker. Heck yeah! What the what? Bonus reel footage? Heck yeah. I figured I'd hang out and chit chat while I drink my coffee before I head off down the road, you know. What a day, right? Man, it's an 11-mile hike. There's a lot of uphill stuff today too. That kind of wore me out. Those last couple miles in direct sunlight that was fun. I'm still in direct sunlight right now. I can feel it burning my skin. I enjoy that feeling. You know, I think instead of doing extra miles today, I'll come down here and make a special video and we'll jump around the park from mile to mile. There's a bunch of little 1-mile trails in here, different areas. Maybe I'll make a day of just doing those 1-milers. That's a possibility. I don't see why we wouldn't. That could be fun too. Anyways. Alright, this time for real. Suburban Hiker checking out on day 23 of the 500-mile walk. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notifications. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.